Pepper says, "What's going on outside? What are all these people doing on our yard?" Well, Peps, it's yard sale day.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to A Hoarder's Heart. For today, it is a yard sale day. Yes, this was the weekend that I had open to do it, and luckily, the weather is cooperating with us. Well, at least I thought it was because it was supposed to be sunny for Friday and Saturday. Now, Friday is when I like to set everything up so that it's ready to go, so that I don't have to get up at 4 a.m. to get everything ready. But of course, what happened right when I wanted to start setting up, there were these random scattered showers. And it was weird because it would be like downpour, and then it'd be gone in like, 5-10 minutes, and then it would be sunny again. And then an hour later, the same thing would happen. And I'm like, what is going on? It's like triggering me from last year when I had everything set up. It downpoured, destroyed half the stuff, and I was just so upset about the whole thing. But I digress. I came up with another plan instead of being discouraged or upset. And I thought, you know what? We're going to be fine. It's going to be okay. I had all my boys, all 3 boys, pull up all the tubs and then set up the tables. That way, that part, the heavy lifting part, would be kind of ready to go. And I just made the decision of, you know what? It really does look like it's going to be clear in the morning. I'll just get up earlier and I'll set it all up then, because I don't have as much stuff as I had from previous yard sales. Even though I was pulling stuff all over the place, it kind of like, yeah, we could throw that in the yard sale. It wasn't as much. So it was okay if I got up at 5:30 to set everything up. So now let's really get into this yard sale and show you how it went.
So last week we had done the yard sale prep where we were kind of funneling all of the yard sale bins together. That way we knew where it was and the boys could easily take it up. Now, I keep my boys off camera to protect their privacy, and hubby also is very private. So what we did to prep was they set up the tables and we placed the bins near where they were going to be placed. I kind of always have it set up similar each and every year, so it makes it quicker for me to just get up in the morning, place it right on the table, and we'll be good to go. And luckily, the yard sale signs, they were already out, so I didn't have to worry about that. And what I do is I reuse my old yard signs all the time, and I just cut a piece of poster board, cover it up with the new date so people know to come. And I always use bright yellow on top of black because it pops when you're driving. Now I have my Roxy messenger bag that is well over 20 years old that I like to use for yard sales just because it has the clip, it has the zipper, and it's very lightweight. Now, I was very happy that I kept the bank from last yard sale in there, so I didn't have to drive to the bank to get lower bills. And what I like to do is I like to write out my bank because I need to have 10s, 5s, and 1s available, because a lot of times people will buy something for like $1 or $2 and hand you a 20. So I like to make sure that I can make change for people who are purchasing. And I will admit, I did notice this year, I had a couple more people Venmo me. So I thought that was interesting in showing the changes. But yes, most yard sales, it's still cash that people pay with. So I just want to be prepared to make change. And now it was bright and early on Saturday morning, and seeing the sunrise just reminded me that everything was going to be okay. We're going to have a good day. It's okay if I feel like I'm setting up later than usual. And I didn't put stress on myself because I don't know. I feel like I always feel like I'm late to doing everything when in reality, I'm really not. So I just got to putting everything out, setting it up where I usually place items. Like these tables are usually home decor and jewelry and self-care. I always put the blanket out right over here for all of the clothes, the kids' clothes, the boys' clothes. And of course, since we're in the summer of season, that's where I was putting out just boys' summer clothes. And this is usually where we place all the toys and board games. And I think because this is now a pretty good routine, we always put the same categories in the same area on the same tables. And I'm getting this done really quickly. Now, is this a lot of work to do? Absolutely. This is a lot of physical work, but I just kind of look at it as like an early morning workout for free in a sense, because it is. It's a big workout and it's okay because I have the energy to do it, and I feel blessed that I have the energy and the health to be able to set all of this up and still feel good. And now everything is set up and ready to go. And it is 6:45 in the morning. So I was able to set this up all in an hour, which is very good because I remember it used to take me a lot longer, but that's because I had a lot more stuff. Now, is there still a lot of stuff? Sure, absolutely. But I have everything placed and open, almost like a little store. I kind of like to have everything very visible. There are things in buckets, but people prefer to look on the tables first. They like to move stuff around. They like to look for new treasures. And I'm absolutely fine with that. They can take their time, root through everything, and pick out something that they would like. Now, I like to set up early and be ready because I always have early birds come to my yard sale. Now, I will post my yard sale on the signs, on Craigslist, and on my Facebook Towns pages. And it's always saying from 8 a.m. to 12 noon, but I always have early birds, and you know what? I like to be ready for them because they always come and they're always so pleasant and they know exactly what they're looking for. Now, you normally have the slow riders that'll drive really slow to see what you have. This is usually men and they're normally looking for tools. Don't take it personally if someone does this and doesn't stop to look at your stuff, because I used to. But let me tell you, this yard sale was booming. This sweet lady bought all the summer boys' clothes because she had 4 grandchildren who were all boys. And I thought, wow, this is going to be a great yard sale, because I was really nervous because I kind of posted it more last minute. It's Memorial Day weekend. And I thought, oh, people might be down the shore. People might be out going somewhere. But no, I was so busy early on, and that is such a good sign. And this is my favorite part of the yard sale process, and that is talking to everyone, seeing how they're doing, engaging in conversation, and especially when they get excited, when they find something that they need, and they found it at my yard sale, and that brings me such closure to letting go of the stuff, because I am transferring the joy to somebody else. They found something they need. I'm giving them prices like it's $19.99, and it's such a financial blessing to them. Now, I found out from a lot of people that when they go to other yard sales, people price it very high. Like if it retailed for $22, they're selling it for like $18, which is fine. They're allowed to charge whatever they want at their own yard sale. But for me, it's kind of like anything that's that valuable, I'll put it on Facebook Marketplace or something like Etsy or eBay. But at yard sales, I want it to move. It was a lot of work, and it's time. It's time to let it go. And I let my yard sale go a little longer because I was gardening. This is now 1:21 p.m. And let me tell you, a lot of stuff went. Like, I was so happy that people bought most of the stuff. And it's probably because I did have really low prices, because as soon as I was telling them the prices, they were like, oh, their eyes lit up. And they definitely took the time to look for more treasures and stuff. So I am so happy. on how much went. And this is all the bins and boxes that we emptied out. It totals 10 of them and 11 if you count this old squished Dollar Tree bin. Now, I started gathering all my freebies together to post on my Facebook Towns Giving page when this van rolled up pretty late in the day. It was after 2 o'clock. And let me tell you, she came and they took everything that was left over. Since it was pretty much freebies, I just let her take everything. It was blessing me in the sense that I didn't have to post it and wait for the next day to take the rest of the leftovers over to Goodwill. So for us, it was a win-win for both of us. And it's all gone. We got rid of everything. The only thing that's left is the tables. And I was just like, wow, it's gone. It's really all gone. And back in the house, of course, this is Tyler's painting that he is working on. It is time to count. How much money did we make at this yard sale? Now I'm dividing up all the cash so we can count it. And I did have some Venmo transactions. So I took the cash that I had in my wallet and just added it into this pile. So that way we had the visual of how much we made. Now I am going to take a portion of this money and donate it to our local food pantry because that makes me feel good because I felt guilty for hoarding for so many years. And this helps me transform that guilt into something positive because we're blessing other families to help them feed their families. And I am so happy to say that we made $216. Not bad, especially since we were like charging $1 to $5 for everything. I think we did really, really well. So a portion of this will go to the food pantry and the rest of it I'm going to do something special with my family, something in the summer. The boys are looking so forward to summertime, so I think it'll be perfect to use for a family experience. And of course, all this cash, I'm going to take it to the bank because I don't like having a lot of cash in my house. And this is the icing on the cake, and that is looking at all the open space in the basement. Now, maybe from this angle, there still looks like there's a lot of bins, but it's really opened up, right? Like we have only the clothes rack that returned down here and it looks really good, right? Like everything is opening up. We have a lot more space now and we're just continuously chopping away. And guess what? There'll definitely be more things for other yard sales because we need to revisit the basement to go through the actual organized bins because I bet you there's things in there that we can start to let go of. And my hope and my prayer is that this video motivated and encouraged you to clean, declutter, and let something go in your home today too.